Hello everybody, I'm Lawrence and I'm the industry manager for tech and automotive here at TikTok. And welcome to TikTok Qahwa. So the goal of this content series is to invite a couple of super interesting guests, discuss with them what their plans and experiences are related to Ramadan, both professionally and personally. And I'm super excited to have Dr. Hamid Haqparwar with me, who is the managing director for BMW for the Middle East.
Thank you for having me here.
With pleasure. In true TikTok style, before we dive in, can you describe yourself like in 80 characters?
Sure, I'm happy you're not asking me for a TikTok dance, but in 80 characters, I'm the managing director of BMW. I'm passionate about cars. I love cars. That's the reason why I'm in the industry, and BMW has been my one and only employer. So I've started over 17 years ago, and I'm in the region for the last 15 years. And I love it here, and I really enjoy also the session today, and I'm looking actually forward for the topics and the questions they're going to ask me.
Fantastic. And I think you just established that you're the right guy for this conversation. You know the automotive industry, you know the region very, very well. So let's dive in. Could you shed some light as to why Ramadan is such an important moment to the industry as a whole? And then also maybe deep dive on how important Ramadan is to BMW specifically.
Sure. So over the years, Ramadan has become as a unique time of the year where there is a lot of promotions and a lot of buzz in the market from automotive manufacturers. And on the other side, customers have also understood that it is a special time for them to purchase vehicles, especially on the way towards the Eid celebrations, where we all are looking forward to have the newest things, to wear new clothes and to purchase new products. I think it has culminated over the years that it is a time period where people are looking out for a great deal.
Okay, so indeed, if I would translate that into your core KPIs, if you look at your Ramadan KPIs from a BMW point of view, it's really focusing on getting people to test drive cars, purchase new cars, with a focus on the promotional aspect of it.
So our focus is always to connect with the customer, and that we'll do on all levels, be it on the test drive level, on digital, or online or offline level. So that's the ultimate goal, is to find the time, especially in the month of Ramadan, where people have time, where people take their time also to be at home, to be with the families, to try to make them aware not only about the latest offers, but also what the brand is and what we stand for. And Ramadan is a beautiful, beautiful period where we also, from a brand perspective, try out new things, where we really take into consideration the local habits, the regional flavor of the Ramadan feelings, and we incorporate that also in our branding.
Who says Ramadan often thinks also of Ramadan as an advertising moment, which is a moment in which a lot is happening from an advertisement point of view. At TikTok, we really believe that we can help brands to belong differently. With belong differently, what do we mean? We believe that brands have the possibility to cut through the clutter in a super authentic way that is relevant to a moment such as Ramadan, and also remaining true to brand at the same time. I know there's quite a bit of tensions in what I just mentioned, but how does BMW tackle, for instance, that tension in between being part of a moment, cutting through the clutter, staying true to the brands?
It's always a challenge, for sure, but I think content is always king. So whenever you have a great content and you spread it through the communities, I think what you end up with is getting the right reach and the right engagement. So especially on TikTok, what I found out is that you have all these small communities, because you're a lot of creators, actually virtually everyone can create content, and you have all these subclusters and sub-communities, and they have their own followers. As a brand, if you want to reach each and every of them, it will be quite difficult to do that with a consistent message. So what we like is if we have a message, if we have a great story, if it's authentic, to approach those communities through TikTok in order to get the reach out and the engagement out. And I think this is the way to go. It will be In the future, I think things are more difficult than what was in the past, because things are more digital, things are more short-lived. You have much more subcultures going on, niche interests. And as a big brand and a broad brand like BMW, our challenge is to really capture that. And that you can do through various channels like TikTok.
Super interesting to hear indeed that you use creators in order to bring a singular brand message and split it up over different communities, which is exactly indeed what TikTok is all about. Communities are crucial. So great to hear. Will you approach creators differently in the future? Because now you use them indeed to drill down the message, a relevant message to different sub-communities. It means also that you're currently mainly using them for the upper funnel, for brand building or brand equity building. Will that change in the future? Will creators have a more 360 role where they'll also become part of your process or your scheme to drive sales?
Yes, absolutely. So first and foremost is when we collaborate with the creator, we would like to have an authentic relationship. So there needs to be something that connects the brand with the creator. Because if there's no relationship between that and it's not authentic, the audience will see that, and will not maybe go after or understand that. So that's a key element. And we have beautiful products. So if you purchase a BMW, the cars come in different colors, shapes and forms, which serves a lot of needs and purposes. And what we will do is we might find and try to give the creators the freedom to do what they would like to do with it. So, for example, if you have a creator who's more on the racing side, you can take a BMW on the racing track. If you have a creator who is more an outdoor person who goes out on the weekend, you can take a BMW X5 and tell a story with the creator where that creator goes with the car outside into the taking the adventures. If you have a creator who's more into family and whatsoever, we can take another car. And so there's a lot of things that the brand, we as BMW, can offer in our product. And if you mirror that and complement that with a creator which is again authentic and has the right story to tell with our product, I think you can get the best reach out.
If we talk indeed about communities and in relation to TikTok, it's super important that if you want to tap into communities that you understand the community. There's a couple of statements, 2 statements specifically from our community that I would love to share with you,
Yes.
just to have your 2 cents on it. The first
Looking forward.
The first statement is probably an interesting one, commercially speaking. It's 50% of consumers wait until Ramadan to buy a new car.
All right.
So what do you think about that?
I can only second that. I think that is true. The closer you get to Ramadan, we know it. People are tending to wait for the latest offers, to wait to see what new products are out, and the industry has evolved accordingly. We know that again Ramadan is a special time during the year, and we also are, let's say, orchestrating our marketing activities towards Ramadan.
Cool, perfect. Second statement. 3 out of 4 users discover a new car through TikTok. So it's about product discovery.
So 3 out of 4 discovered through TikTok.
Yes, a new car.
Ah, new car. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So again, something new that I learned today as well. But again, I could also understand that because social media per se has been on an upward trajectory in terms of getting information of what is new or what is out there new. And that culminated that TikTok as a channel is also, let's say, a channel that is entertaining and educating people, because you can actually learn a lot of things from TikTok. I'm a TikTok user. I learn a lot of things from TikTok. I think it makes sense that most of the users use TikTok also to understand what is new in the market, to research, to use it maybe as a first, first indication, to go out maybe to a showroom to see the product, to test drive it, So I can really, I can understand why you say 3 out of 4.
Fantastic. Looking back at 2020, or at least we're in 2023 now, even well advanced in 2023. Looking back at 2022, what are things that you will keep on doing from an advertising and a branding perspective?
I think what is also very close to our brand's heart is sustainability. And what we see not only in the world but also in the region is a greater engagement into sustainability topics. For example, Dubai will host the COP28 end of this year here, and we as a brand will play a major role. So what we would like to do is, from a marketing perspective and also from a communication perspective, is to engage also with more creators, with more communities that are linked to sustainability topics. Because not a lot of people know, but BMW has a long heritage in sustainability topics. We appointed the first sustainability officer in 1973. We had the first electric cars in the 70s. We were the first ones who introduced hybrid cars here in the region 12 years ago. And I think that to get this message also out, and our social platforms like TikTok is a great tool, because you have those creators, you have those communities who are interested in these topics. And I think this is something that we will focus from our side in the year 2023 and beyond as well.
The last question is the personal story. So in the spirit of Ramadan and storytelling, what is a story you would like to share with us, like a personal story?
I'll make it very personal. So usually what I did, I grew up in Germany. So for us, Ramadan was very special because of the fact that we as a family were celebrating it at home. It was not the society around us. So whereas the society around us was living their normal lives, we were fasting and we were celebrating as a family unit Ramadan, which was a very, very good time because it was a close bond with the parents and my siblings that I had. Now coming here, what I love is now that is the society environment around me is also celebrating Ramadan. So it makes it much, much easier for me to fast, to really experience Ramadan. And I think this is something that I think a lot of people who grew up like me in other parts of the world now coming here are feeling much more close to the region now as well, because whatever we have done in the past in the families can be seen now in the outer environment as well.
That's a fantastic personal story to share, and it's also a great wrap-up of this Ramadan session. Thank you so much for your openness. Thank you for the very detailed answers, and looking forward to seeing you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.